I have a take on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's cool.
It's official. The Angel Reese era in Chicago has unraveled completely. Before the media rushes in to soften the narrative, it's time to look at the facts they're choosing to ignore. This isn't a temporary slump or a bad stretch. It's a full-blown franchise breakdown, and the so-called cornerstone appears to be fueling the chaos. Reese is stuck in basketball limbo, teetering on the edge of what could become the biggest misstep of her career, as rumors swirl about a looming exit. While the WNBA's marketing machine continues to sell fans a polished, feel-good storyline, the reality paints a much darker picture, a 9-30 disaster, a franchise ranked worst in the league by its own players, and a star who seems to be quietly planning her way out. This is the story of how one of the league's most overhyped players turned against her own team, and why her attempt to escape may end in a very public, very ugly failure.
What? Excuse me? Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. WNBA media is so desperate to make Angel Reese a huge star. Their level of desperation is so high. They want you to accept her so badly that they're actively celebrating failure.
The Chicago Sky are an unfiltered disaster, and there's no point pretending otherwise. With a brutal 9-30 record, the franchise has become the league's punchline, a stunning collapse for a team that lifted a championship trophy just 4 years ago. When players around the WNBA vote your organization as the worst run in the league, it's no longer a rough season. It's an organizational crisis. At the center of it all sits Angel Reese, the player meant to anchor the rebuild, but instead she's become a lightning rod for dysfunction. Her frustration has spilled into public view through cryptic social media posts, trade hints, and visible locker room tension, sending a clear message that she wants out. A quote about making decisions for yourself wasn't the voice of a committed franchise cornerstone. It sounded like someone already mentally checked out and plotting an exit. Behind the scenes, things appear even uglier. Tension with the coaching staff escalated after the firing of Teresa Weatherspoon, a move Reese seemed to take personally rather than professionally, reacting emotionally online instead of rallying the team. Under new head coach Tyler Marsh, reports suggest open defiance in huddles, culminating in a viral moment where Reese slapped a clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands during a critical timeout. That wasn't competitive fire, it was blatant disrespect. The fallout has spread through the roster, with game footage showing teammates hesitating or outright refusing to pass her the ball, even at the cost of bad shots or turnovers. When veteran Elizabeth Williams publicly addressed turnover issues in a post-game press conference while seated next to Reese, it felt like a not-so-subtle call-out of Reese's league-leading turnovers. What was once poor chemistry has crossed into full-blown toxicity. This pattern isn't new. Critics point to Reese's past, noting how adversity at the college level led to a transfer, reinforcing a reputation for checking out when things get difficult. As Chicago's season unraveled, a vague back injury sidelined her with no clear timeline, raising questions about whether it was a setback or a convenient escape. Now comes the harsh reality check. Her perceived market value doesn't match the hype. Her scoring is average, her efficiency uninspiring, her turnovers rising, and the data suggests the Sky often perform better when she's off the floor. League insiders indicate her trade value has cratered, with front offices wary not just of her numbers, but of the baggage, attitude issues, coach clashes, and social media drama. While peers like Caitlin Clark shoulder pressure with composure and elevate their teams, Reese's brand has outpaced her impact. Chicago appears to have finally stopped catering to the image, quietly shifting focus to players committed to the rebuild. Angel Reese now stands at a crossroads: grow into the leader she was supposed to be and help fix the mess, or force an exit and risk discovering that the grass isn't greener and that her fame alone won't carry her career forward.